I'm joined here by my good friend Shane.
Howdy.
Now, just up front, if you haven't seen any of the Saw movies, which honestly, if you're here, why you're here, go watch the other Saw movies, but spoilers throughout for the rest of the series, and we'll keep it spoiler-free to begin with for this movie.
Great.
And then spoilers towards the end. So, Jigsaw the series is back. Oh my God, is Jigsaw alive? Is he not? What happened? He died in the third movie of the series, so how could he possibly be back? The movie kicks off with a new series of murders of people playing Jigsaw-like games, and it's up to our local detectives to try and figure out the case.
Same as every single Saw movie in the franchise so far.
Pretty much, yeah.
Same formula, right? Okay, here's my one-line review for Jigsaw. The ending is worth it if you can sit through the shit beginning and middle.
So 2/3 of the movie is shit, the last third is okay.
It's horrible, but the ending is such a good payoff that it's worth it.
If you're bringing a movie back for the 8th installment after 7 years off the air, you want to bring it back with a bang. You want to give it a real reason to go, hey, we're bringing this franchise back. We'll probably try and milk a few more sequels out of it. Why not?
But Jigsaw has been dead for 10 years.
It's not him. Can't be.
This was on the body.
The truth will set you free.
Help!
I thought the acting in this film was very, very good. Matt Passmore, the Aussie actor that played the lead role in this, killing it. So kudos to you.
Okay.
Matt Passmore.
Matt Passmore.
Matt Passmore. I'm gonna remember that name. I thought he was really good. I thought, to be completely honest, some of the direction was horrible. There, I said it. I said it.
Damn Spearig brothers.
But Spearig, I really want to work with you, so hire me. Ooh, I totally just...
I want to work with you, but fuck, your directing's bad.
But then again, we don't know if it came from them or if it's the money men going, oh no, we need more boobs. Or, not there, spoiler alert, there's no boobs.
Yeah, how is there no boobs in this?
I liked that there were no boobs in this. You don't need boobs to sell a horror movie. Kudos.
I'm chasing a dead man.
Just running scared.
It's the copycat.
Going back to what you were saying before about the beginning and middle being shit, I don't know if I'd say necessarily it was shit. You know that there's something that has to be coming at a certain point, and you're just waiting for that moment. And so it's just kind of like 70 minutes of masturbation. And then you
because 70 minutes of masturbation is really good night.
Can you honestly be bothered masturbating for 70 minutes?
It depends if I've got a scented candle and... Sorry, Mum, don't watch this. Yeah. Let me clarify, when I said that the beginning and the middle were shit, it's not that it was shit, it's that I found it incredibly inauthentic and incredibly predictable, which made me go, no, you're giving me nothing.
I like this one better than I like some of the other movies, because there's some pretty atrocious entries in this 8-film long saga.
Atrocious, what a word.
It's too harsh of a word.
I don't like being critical, but let's rip these bitches to shreds.
Yeah, we're gonna tear it up.
You'll never work in this town again, Spearigs.
We're big fans of doing things practically. We've built all the traps, we've rehearsed and prepared everything so that we can try to do it as practically as possible, and I think the fans appreciate that, and we're going to deliver some really awesome stuff. It's
interesting you say about the directing, because the Spearig brothers, I've only seen 2 of their other films. Predestination is a really cool film, you should check it out if you haven't, and then there's Daybreakers as well. So they did really great jobs with those sort of lower budget movies, and this felt like it would be bread and butter for them, that they would just do a really great job. But yeah, maybe studio interference really hamstrung them or something to kind of let loose, because it felt, I guess, just a little safe in general for most of the movie.
Okay. All right, I'll agree with that.
Don't feel like it took many risks, I guess.
All of the bits just worked. It was just so easy. I don't think it was the directors as much as maybe the screenplay, but I don't know their process. I don't know how many drafts happened. I don't know, so I shouldn't criticize their work. It's just I didn't like the product at the end of the day. But you know what? Their direction was very good.
So it was good now?
No.
But it wasn't?
Here's the thing, I didn't enjoy them. Oh, and maybe I do like it now.
We've just seen a metamorphosis here live on camera.
Okay, I'm not.
The directing was shit. Actually, the directing was quite good.
No, in terms of, I can respect anyone that makes anything because I know how hard it is. So I'm not going to say that they're shit. I just think there are things that could be stronger to make the film a stronger piece.
I want to play a game.
Games can be won.
All you need to do is confess.
I confess that this is messed up!
Spoiler time.
Let's get into it.
First, let's get the main stuff out of the way. Jigsaw, I liked the way Jigsaw was in this.
Oh my God, we didn't pick it.
We didn't pick it.
We didn't pick it.
So Shade and I, before the movie, were talking out a few scenarios. You know, has he got a long-lost twin brother? Has Dr. Gordon started cloning people in his spare time?
I thought Jigsaw was a robot.
Could be a robot. Lots of possibilities. It was none of them.
Oh, we did also say the flashbacks.
Flashbacks.
Oh, okay, we kind of picked it.
It's, but it's a flashback, but not staged like a flashback. So half the movie is flashback, essentially, and half the movie is present day.
Yes.
Now, one of the Saw movies back in the day, they did a kind of jumping timelines trick like that on us. So we've seen it before, but the way it's done in this is pretty clever because it's so unassuming. So you get a scene about the start of the third act, and it's a reveal, and it's John Kramer. It's Jigsaw. And we're like, what the fuck? All right, now we need an explanation because we saw his throat get slit.
Yes.
So then you kind of go, well, what's going on? What's happening?
I got chills at that point.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm so invested in this franchise. But when that happened, when the hood came off, that was the, oh fuck moment.
We find out that had all taken place 10 years ago, I believe even before the very first Saw.
It was the first game Jigsaw played.
Which kind of, I think, goes against the mythology of the series because we were always told that there were certain things, games or victims that were his first. So they're kind of just throwing out some stuff and going, oh, actually, no, that's not really what happened. This is what really
It's convenient to get another movie out of it.
It is very convenient. I don't like that aspect of it. Then we start looking at things like the games. I'm pretty sure there are some very specific times where a certain person gets themselves into a certain situation which then has a tape that is addressed to them specifically.
For that situation.
For that situation. You go, but how did you know that they were going to be the ones who did it?
Yeah. It's too easy.
It all just flowed too nicely and straightforward. And this person goes here and does that because this is how John planned it, but he couldn't, even though he couldn't possibly have known that this would have occurred in the way that it did.
Some really vital things were brushed over in order to get to the gore. I think character should have been established much, much earlier. I thought it was really smart actually jumping straight into the action, but I felt like we just jumped straight in and then we stayed there. We never actually got a bit of background. But the background we did get was so rushed that this main character that we're supposed to love and feel for and be on his side, it was just so brushed over of, oh, how are you after your wife's dead? Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, great. And then an hour later, I'd be like, it must have been hard when your wife died. Yeah, that's my motive.
Okay, so Matt Passmore, main character in this, plays a forensic cutter opener person.
He's like a forensic scientist, but he's an autopsy person.
He's an autopsy person who seems to want to be a semi-detective as well.
Well, because he was also in the army.
He was in the army, he had a wife.
That was never really explained either, by the way.
No, it wasn't.
He was discharged from the army because he was a loose unit. But then they give him all these weapons and now he's a police officer.
Oh, all right, the ending.
Oh my God, the ending.
So,
bro, it's genius. I enjoyed it. Okay, I shouldn't say genius.
I don't know. Oh yeah, genius is a bit much.
It just felt really good because the rest was kind of crap and predictable, that because it was so unpredictable, I was like, whoa, you're amazing.
Basically, Matt Passmore, the forensic cutter open guy, is
Logan
Jigsaw's.
Nelson.
He's coroner for his district.
He ends up being Jigsaw's very first savior. He's Jigsaw's apprentice. I don't mind that. Good reveal, done pretty dramatically, sure. My big problem is no mention of the last surviving apprentice of Jigsaw, Dr. Gordon.
Right?
He's just like, oh, see you later, mate. Carrie Elway is too expensive to pay, but at least give him a throwaway line being like, oh, Dr. Gordon died of Lou Gehrig's disease 2 years ago.
At least recognize it.
At least recognize the character that there is a living apprentice still out there exacting Jigsaw's
But that's what the
plans.
sequel's for. The sequel. In the next Saw, it's going to reveal how that happened in this one. And it's going to be that Logan Nelson is working with Dr. Gordon. Calling it.
It has to be. Because if they do another movie, which of course they will, because milk that teat.
Right.
Oh, just fucking milk it. They have to reference Dr. Gordon.
No! You can't fucking do this to me! Fuck you! No!
Game over.
What's interesting is I was looking on Rotten Tomatoes today. Critic score is 46%. Audience score, 96%.
What?
Fans love it. They're going crazy. But critics are saying this is a horrible movie, don't go see it. It's worse than average. Fans are going, no, this is my favorite film of the year. This is amazing.
Final thoughts and rating, please, Shane.
It feels good to have Jigsaw back. Even at the very beginning when the Jigsaw theme music played, that felt nice. Right? It's almost like the Jaws theme, where it's so iconic now, where you go, oh.
It's just like coming home to a nice warm blanket. You're going, oh,
A blanket
yes.
of blood and needles and stabbing. And the special effects were actually brilliant. In terms of the makeup, the practical makeup special effects were brilliant.
Very well done.
The gore and the cut up and it was wonderful. I think the writing, the screenplay severely lacked important detail, but if you can stick through to the end, it's worth it and the payoff is awesome. So I would give it a very generous 8 out of 10.
What? 8 out of 10.
Purely because of the payoff at the end and the nostalgia.
Shame.
But it's not a great movie, but you'll walk away having enjoyed it. It's not good, but you'll like it. That's my thing.
If you're a fan of the Saw series, and obviously you're gonna have to be if you want to go see Jigsaw, because otherwise why would you care? If you walk into this not having seen anything, you're gonna be lost. You're gonna be playing catch up a lot. So fans only, I'd recommend to see it. And if you are a fan, you're probably gonna get some enjoyment out of it. Screenplay definitely needed some work. I like the Spielberg brothers. I probably would have expected just a little bit more stylistic flair out of them, and as I said earlier, just everything felt a little bit safe. The ending is worth it. It's a well-made twist, and the structure of the film is put together well, and I think, yeah, fans will enjoy it. I will give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay, that's not bad. You're right in between the fans and the critics. I mean, if I was writing an academic paper on this film, I would rip it to shreds, right? You could rip it to shreds. I left feeling great. Therefore, it did its job to entertain its audience.
No, it's not creepy at all.
Well, Jigsaw, Jig Scene.
Jigsaw, jig came, jig conquered.
Thank you very much, Shane, for joining me for this review.
Thanks, Dave.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
It was brilliant, thank you.
And we'll see you next time on Dave's Rants and Reviews.
Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment below, give us a thumbs up, guys. Share us with all your friends.
Bye.